Hey, how are you feeling about Geno? What are we thinking? Are they going to get something done? Do you read much into his tweets or some of his comments that were a whole lot more positive at the Pro Bowl? What do you think's going on?
Yeah, the question is, it's not if Geno's going to get signed, it's when will Geno Smith get signed? And I think the biggest question that the fan base is looking for is, what's that magic number going to be? What can John Snyder and Coach Carroll and Geno all agree to? And I believe when you look at Geno, when you look at any player that's up for a contract, it's a complete body of work, right? When we look at Geno Smith, it's only been one season of phenomenal football. And so I'm very interested to see, will this be a type of contract to where you have a good base salary, but hey, Geno, we love you. You did phenomenal for us. But, let's put a few incentives in here for you to reaffirm us, reassure us that you are the quarterback that we are paying. And so I believe the base salary is going to be nice. But I believe Geno's looking at himself like, hey, I'm this good. This is a quarterback value. At least let me earn a certain amount of more money. Let me, get another Pro Bowl, pass for 3,000 yards. And so I'm very interested to see what the details will be in the contract. But Geno Smith will get signed.
We are, let's see, 1, 2, 3, just about a little over 3 weeks away from that franchise tag, about 3.5. So between now and then, we know that Derek Carr is visiting New Orleans today. He was allowed to go down there and visit, reconnect with Dennis Allen, his former coach with the Raiders, and everything else. So it'll be kind of the first little QB domino in this market to fall. So we are 3.5 weeks away from the franchise tag, March 5th. Of the Seahawks having to put that on if they cannot get a deal. Do you think then, as you said, it's not a matter of if and when, do you think that gets done before that franchise tag of March 5th?
Absolutely, and I don't think that the Seahawks will franchise tag Geno. I do believe that they are going to come to a long-term deal, and so I still believe it's going to be around 3 years, and I do believe that they trust Geno, they love Geno, they respect him, but to franchise tag him, I cannot see them doing that. Have they ever? Who has ever been franchise tagged under John Snyder and Coach Carroll?
A couple guys. Frank Clark.
Ooh.
Frank Clark was franchised and then traded. Right, franchise and then traded, and then other than that, it's just kickers.
Yeah. They're not doing that, and so yes, get them signed. Show them that you are the quarterback for the future, but there will not be a franchise tag.
You have a number there that works for you, because that's part of this conversation, right? We had Louis Riddick on earlier this week, and I think I tend to agree with everything you say, and I think it would be best case if they can find a deal. But ultimately, there is a bottom line. John Schneider told Wyman and Bob that a couple weeks ago. Ultimately, and you know this from negotiating with this team, KJ, and here's our bottom line, and this is the number that's going to work. Is there a number that you start to feel comfortable with if you're the Seahawks, if you're Geno, that you think can work and actually be a win-win for both?
Yep. Last time I talked about Geno, I was kind of disrespectful. I was disrespectful in the number that I said. I said 20. I'm bumping it up to 25, and with incentives to get 30. Right? 25.
Did he let you know you were disrespectful?
Yeah. Who told you
say,
you were
hey,
being disrespectful?
Stop counting my pockets, KJ? Did you start to hear some blowback?
No, he didn't say anything, but I was looking at other guys. I believe Jamal Adams is around 18, if I'm not mistaken, 17.
Yep.
Yeah.
And so you can't pay your quarterback the same as your safety. That's a whole nother story. We'll get to that another time. So, no, Geno did not say anything to me. I'm bumping that number up to 25 with incentives. Hey, perform well. Keep showing us that you're great. You've only done it for 1 year, Geno. I know what they're going to say in that meeting room. You only done it for 1 year. We have other guys to pay. We love you, want you here. And so I believe they got to find a number that's comfortable for both of them.
Well, if they do that, how quickly can they get to a Super Bowl?
Well, no, that's going to take some time. I mean, let's look at this roster, guys. They have a lot of holes. They have a lot of holes on this football team. The interior offensive line scares me. The interior defensive line terrifies me. The linebacker unit they don't have linebackers. There's no linebackers on this football team. And so they have a lot of holes to add via free agency, via the draft. And so I believe we're in another 3 years before we can be like really honest and transparent to say this is a Super Bowl caliber roster, because right now they're very depleted in a lot of areas, and so they have a lot of work to do this offseason.